Hvis du fant meg her, gå inn på twitch.tv/viken_23 og følg med på livestreamen der og se hva som skjer. Vi hopper inn i det.
What I'm going to do here is read some Old Norse sentences in their reconstructed pronunciation from about the 1200s AD. And we're going to see how much of that is understandable to a modern speaker of Icelandic, Norwegian, or Danish. First, I will simply read the sentence out loud, and each of the modern Scandinavian language speakers will have a chance to tell us what they hear in it. And then I will also show it to them written so that they may get some extra cues from the written language as well. Okay. Snjór fell ein dag I skogen.
Jeg tror det er snø. Snor.
Rings no bells.
Snøen, ja. Ja, jo. Mye snø ute I dag. Det vel kanskje noe som ser på Vestlandet.
Snow fell one day in the forest. We wouldn't have the same grammatical structure in modern Danish. We would have a different syntax.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could probably say sneen, the snow fell one day. That would probably help it.
Det er flaut at han nordmann ikke tok det, men han fra nord, da, så da...
Just confirmed what I had heard.
Snor, sneen.
All right, and then Oscar?
Burde tatt den.
Let's hear the second sentence. Margir fuglar bjuggu I þessum skogi.
Ok, skog. Det var det jeg forstod.
Margir fuglar bjuggu I þessum skogi.
Ok, mange fugler fløy gjennom skogen eller noe sånt.
Well, I would say fuglar is fugle in Danish, which is birds. Bjuggu must be to build, bygger, but maybe I'm totally wrong here.
It's from the same root, but in modern Danish, this would be båda.
Bessum.
Jeg tror det bjuggu, det
I'm just thinking
bygger
maybe that is
et land.
nice forest.
Og så det det med bøyingen, de bøyer på en annen måte før I tida, så jeg tror I Bessum, altså...
It's probably wrong.
Ikke sikkert det betyr I skogen, liksom.
Birds yell in the nice forest.
So keep in mind in Old Norse or in Icelandic, that letter that looks like the B and P together, thorn, is the th sound like an English thing.
Okay.
So, þessum.
Þessum.
And then Oscar?
I denne skogen da.
Bjuggu I þessum skogi, and I understood it.
Ok, da tror jeg at mange fugler bygger I denne skogen.
As you said it, Jackson,
Tipper jeg.
many birds lived in this forest.
I denne, ja.
So again, actually, I'm pretty sure the written form is identical. In
Dessum,
Icelandic.
altså
So what
desse
we have here
skoger,
that's different in
desse
Norwegian and Danish
flertall.
is the root
Dessum.
word for many in Old Norse is mark.
And thessum, I guess, thessum is probably related to this in English, I guess.
Yeah, well, and of course the plural disse.
Disse in Danish, yes, of course. Yeah.
All right, now for number 3, which is a longer sentence.
Nå tar jeg den vekk da.
I því hæsta tre I skogen byggðu tver meisingar hreiðar sitt.
Meisinger. En meis! Det meiser, altså fugler. Bygget du tveir meisinger, tveir... 2.
Hesta trea, I know the hest is horse, but it makes no sense, so horse doesn't make any sense. But then I saw it written, and then I figured, okay, hreiðar. First I had actually heard træder, and then I thought about
Kanskje det
I think they called
I skogen min bygde 2 meiser redet sitt.
They built their garden, and and this messinger is a bird. I think there is some bird in Danish that has this a similar name, but I've forgotten the word of it. And hesta, I have no idea.
I skogen min bygger, altså I skogen min
is must be 2 again, right? It makes sense to have 2 trees in the forest where this bird
meiser redet sitt.
No?
Nå må han islandske få lov.
I því hæsta tré I skóginum byggðu tveir messingar hreiður sitt.
Yeah.
If you were to say this sentence in modern day Icelandic, you would say something like I hæsta trénu I skóginum byggðu tveir messingar hreiðrið sitt.
I have the bird now. Now I have it. Now it came to me the word in Danish for this bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, same root. It
Kjøttmeis,
should be
for
the same
eksempel.
root in Danish.
Gråmeis.
It's kind of similar, but it's a bit longer.
Kanskje det er spurv.
Yeah.
We still haven't figured out what the word hesta means. I still don't know it.
Yeah, what
That's
is
not
that?
a word in Danish.
It's highest. Highest.
Highest.
Høyest. Yeah.
Højeste. Ah.
So in Old
okay.
Norse and then still modern Icelandic, the word for high is
I det høyeste eller de
and so this is the
trærne i
split of the
skogen
highest.
bygger
But then this is another case where the continental link is
meiser
about the word
redet
from the
sitt.
word hygge. Okay. In the highest tree in the forest, 2 titmice built their nest.
So it is called titmouse?
Yeah, that's
Mouse.
it's a European. I don't know, man. It's a European word. Bird.
Interesting bird, yeah.
All right. En ådren stormen kom, skal kråka þeirra egg.
I stormen kom et eller annet, skal kråken legge sin egg, eller klekke sin egg. Ja, deira egg. Et år stormen kom, stjal kråka eggene deres.
I think that one year a storm came and a crow stole their eggs. I don't know, the data.
You two are closer than you think you are. Yeah. So the last half was pretty understandable, right? A crow stole their egg or their eggs. But one thing that's happened is we have 2 words, two meanings in a word that's spelled the same way in Old Norse and Icelandic, which is N. So the first N would be in Danish or Swedish men, right? But, right?
N, okay.
And then the second
N de andre, for eksempel.
N is than, right? Which in Norwegian is ENN, right? And then in Danish, I think it's END. And one thing that I'm doing, by the way, that's different from modern Icelandic is I'm not pronouncing a vowel between the M and R and the ed and R. Especially if there's a vowel behind it, I'm kind of letting those syllables. Yeah, a crow.
How is that second word? That second word is interesting. How is that before?
Ja.
So it's
Akkurat det lurte på jeg også.
of course lost in the modern Scandinavian languages on the continent, as far as I know.
We have the word innen.
Yeah, but
I don't know if
older-
that's related.
But older, it's related to English ear, if you've ever seen that in poetry, E-R-E.
Nå tenker han samme som meg at, er du sikker på at du har rett nå, at det der er begynnelsen? Hør.
But yeah, it's lost. Of course, you know, för en would be the continental form now.
Auren before, and it's one of those things
Oh,
that
okay.
it's very hard to try to make sense of it if you're trying to explain it through English. But I think
det er på engelsk, men
what
på
you said,
islandsk så
Jackson,
skjønner jeg det.
just now made sense.
Okay, so sentence 5. Vinner med vangi hever than oven flyger.
Does it contain a bird? I don't see any bird here. If you're trying to say that.
I mean, it's still related to the bird story,
Yeah.
but there's not a bird.
Okay.
There's not a word for bird.
Okay, good. Okay, flyger. Yeah. Okay, that's the only word I actually understand.
Some of these previous sentences,
Det var den islandske.
there's a lot of words in Old Norse that ended in R that isn't there in Norwegian or Danish. So stormer, storm, snjor, snø, sne. That's another one. Hreiðr versus Danish ledet.
Vinur með vangi hefur þann óvin flýgur. A friend with wings has the enemy that flies.
Åh,
Is the direct translation that I come up with.
takk for at du så på. Hei, hei.